Hi there, and a very happy Christmas Eve to everyone watching the channel. I've got some good news, and I've only just found out literally 5 minutes ago, and I had the intention of doing this video, the last one of the year, and now I can actually share some good news, which is lovely. The PSA level's gone down. Quite substantial, really. It's gone down from 2.6 to 1.5, which is amazing. Yeah, after 6 months of a steady rise, I've now had 3 months of a fall, which is amazing. Which is really since the start of the radiotherapy that I went through a few months ago. So it seems to be working. I'm absolutely chuffed about that. I don't think you can get a better Christmas present than that, really. Yeah, so I'm happy. Anyway, what I did want to talk about was something that I've been thinking about recently, and people ask me this. My friends and my work colleagues quite often will say, you know, how do you deal with this, the fear that must be going on all the time? They tell me they'd be terrified. And yeah, there is a lot of fear, there is, but also I've got an understanding about how to channel the fear and how to understand it a little bit better and where it comes from. So I wanted to maybe share something and see if it does anything for anyone over Christmas, because there'll probably be a few of you sitting there, the moments over Christmas where you'll get almost attacks of fear when you least expect it. And I think that's what's happened to me over the last few years. I've just been completely caught unaware by it. It just suddenly creeps up into your thoughts. And I mean, the first thing to say is fear is a thought. It's nothing more than a thought, and our thoughts are not real. So the first thing is that whatever the fear is, it's not really real. It's something that you're imagining, despite the fact that it feels real. But if you tell yourself when you are under the spell of fear, you know, when it comes along, that this isn't real. This isn't real. It's just me making up stuff in my head. And then about the mind and where this comes from, I think there's three. And this is my own personal beliefs now, and this is from experience. So, you know, I've kind of learnt these lessons, stuff I probably knew before, but now, because of having cancer, it's much more profound and means more. So for me, the state of mind that I'm in could be, I could be drifting in the past, or I could be in the future. These are the two most visited places that we go to, but we don't spend enough time right now, just being in this present moment, and we're where we can change things. And this is the thing is, you can't change the past, you can't even change the future, really, because it hasn't happened, so they don't exist. It only in your thoughts. The past is good if you're anchoring thoughts of good things. But many people visit the past because of regrets and stuff they've done, or think they've done, even, because the past can be very distorted, and the brain has a habit, when we go into the past, of actually changing the real things that have happened and making almost catastrophising and making them worse, which doesn't help people. So if you're going to visit the past, try and focus on stuff that's good that you've done and you've experienced in your memories. But you build those memories now in the present moment, which is really powerful stuff. But fear, I think, often comes in the future. The future is the unknown, isn't it? The fear, when someone's suffering from cancer, there is a deep fear that goes with this disease, any illness, especially one that's terminal, incurable, all those words that you get, which to this day I'm still not going to buy that. I'm still going to live my life like it's not terminal, and I think everyone else should as well. No matter what you're told by an oncologist and doctors and so on, you've got to keep saying I've got a chance, because like I've always said, one person survives, we all got the option of at least we're in the lottery, you know, you've got to buy a ticket to win it, we're in it, every one of us. And we must remember that, because without that faith, without that hope, there is nothing. There really isn't. And hope, again, faith is a thought. The same thing. Thoughts are so powerful. But in the future, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of dread, anxiety. A lot of it comes in the future, because it's that what if, what is going to happen. Look, guys, I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen to me in the future. And when I do drift into the future, I do see, you know, sometimes stuff that's not good. There's no light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak of. So I really need to change that state of mind and get it back into the present moment. Now, the present moment is where you're most powerful, and when you're most comfortable, and where you're most calm. And I wonder how many people spend more time in the present moment than they do in the past and the future. And I would guess that it's not many, because the present moment has to be realised. You have to be aware of it. You have to be literally sitting down or standing or doing something, but saying to yourself, right now I'm going to, and that makes you aware. That gives that awareness, that power. And the wonderful thing about the present moment, and the fact that all human beings have this power to choose what they do in the present moment. Doesn't matter what cancer says. You choose right now to smile. You choose right now to laugh. You choose right now to go and look at something that makes you feel good. You make that choice, and there's nothing that cancer can do to take that choice away from you. No matter how you're feeling, you can change it in the present moment. It just needs that awareness, and it needs that application of telling yourself, right now, the pain's bad, but I'm not focused on the pain. I'm going to focus on something that makes me feel even 10% better, even 1% better. It's worth doing, isn't it? It's a distraction. It keeps you away from the future. I think there's nothing wrong with looking into the future, as long as you're doing it in the right way. Like small goals and achievements and things that you're looking forward to are good, but because cancer has this horrible way of just coming along when you don't expect it, you know. Like sometimes I look at my children, and I'll catch this beautiful image, you know, one of them will smile or laugh, and I just think, wow. And then suddenly in the future it's like, well, you're not going to see this again. This is you're not going to have that much more of that. And then I have to tell myself, that's nonsense. That's absolute rubbish. I choose what I want to think about. I choose what I'm going to do. So the present moment is the key. It's where you hold your power. And if you choose to do something good in the present moment, like being kind, being grateful, even just a positive thing that you do, it's going to make that present moment better, and that will have some effect on the future as well. And it's a good thing to know. It's something I don't think is shared enough, that you have more power in the mind than you really realise. Okay, so that's my message. Try and keep yourself in the present moment, especially when things are going wrong in the mind and you're drifting down those pathways that you don't want to be on. Bring yourself back to the moment and try and find something good in that moment, and that will change everything. Okay, so my last thing to say is, look, I wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I just hope that you can do the best you can, that you enjoy your time that you have at Christmas, some time to relax, some time to give and receive love, to spend good time with the families, and make beautiful memories as well, because those memories are what we need. Those are the things that we call back when things aren't going so well. It's nice to return back to good times, and that's where you make them. So yeah, have a lovely Christmas and a happy New Year as well. Looking forward to the new year. All the scans, okay, got to deal with it, but it's going to happen. And I'm sure a lot of us are going through the same thing, and we just got to keep ourselves in the right frame of mind, keep ourselves positive, and we'll be all right. Okay. Thanks again for following the channel. Please, let anyone else know that this channel's running, and hopefully a few more people are joining, and I can continue doing it, which I love doing. So once more, Merry Christmas, everyone. Bye bye.